Hey guys, what is going on? Lego Man 123 and welcome back to another comparison video where today in this episode I'll be comparing the Goblet of Fire versions of Harry and Voldemort to the Voldemort vs. Harry Funko Pop, which is the movie Moments. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first we'll start with Harry, and I really like this version of him. I do like how they got some of like the main detailing with like the colors of his sleeves and then like his torso, and then the printing of like the Hogwarts crest, and then at the back it does have Potter. So I really do like those small details which they have on the minifig. But then the Funko Pop version I think does a little bit more of a better job because it does have on the pants like the sort of red stripe. It would have been really awesome to see Lego sort of tackle this on like these sort of small bendy legs just to see if they can actually pull it off, because I think that was a really cool detail for the Funko Pop. And then also a detail for like the sleeves. It's hard to see, but there's like a sort of a rip in like his sleeve, so it would have been really awesome to see like Lego do sort of a print like that. And then at the back it does have Potter, and what I found really interesting was this one's in red with like the Potter and the star, and then the Lego variant was in like a sort of gold or like a yellow color. So I'm not too sure which one is correct, but I'm pretty sure it was a red color. And then apart from that, like the detailing on like the torso and the legs, he basically does have the same sort of glasses, and the hairpiece is like in a brown color for the Funko Pop, and then like the Lego variant has this sort of like brown, like a black color. And I think the design for the hair for the Lego version, I think that one looks a little more better because it sort of has a bit more of a texture to it with like the design of it, whereas the sort of Funko Pop variant has pretty much the exact same hairstyles most of the Harrys I've actually seen for Funko Pop. So now moving on to Voldemort. The dress piece is definitely very awesome to see in this black coloring, but I kind of wish there was like some printing on it because it's just a shame there's like no back printing on it or even some front printing, because we have seen back and front printing on this new dress piece from other minifigs in like this wave of Harry Potter sets. But his torso printing is definitely very cool. I do love like the sort of green on it. It's quite hard to see, but it definitely does look really cool. Just adds to like his sort of robe he is wearing, and then you can see a bit of like the printing of like his skin. But then his smile is definitely very awesome. I really love how they did turn out sort of creepy and sort of evil looking. The Funko Pop version, in my opinion, I think is definitely really awesome as well. I think the robes is a little more better because of like the texturing of it and all that. But I could see why Lego didn't sort of try tackle that, because it's pretty hard to actually do that with like a Lego like brick or piece. And then these feet detailing for the Funko Pop is really cool. I was actually thinking before, could they possibly maybe print like sort of feet on the dress piece, but then it would look like really strange. So I'm not too sure like how they would do that. Maybe like a separate piece you connect to Voldemort, but I'm not entirely sure how they would do that. And then like the robes, and I also really love his sort of hand sort of position there. I think that looks really cool. And then at the back it does have a bit more texturing for like the robe. And honestly, there's like no green on this, which I thought was definitely very interesting, where the Lego sort of variant has this sort of very light green. I think that's to like sort of show the detailing of like the creases and all that on the robes, whereas the sort of Funko Pop version can do a bit more of a better job with like the texturing of the robes and all that. And then his facial expression, I honestly think the Lego one is a lot more better because it just looks like more menacing and evil, whereas like the Funko Pop one just looks sort of simple and not really sort of menacing. But I do like the sort of eyebrows and like his sort of, oh, what is it, his nose. I think that's really cool, and like his mouth. I definitely think both of these variants of Harry and Voldemort are definitely really awesome. They both capture those very simple but subtle detailing on like the torso and the legs, whereas sometimes the Funko Pop might be a little better than the minifig, whereas sometimes the minifig might be better than the Funko Pop. And that is the case for both Harry and Voldemort, because I think Harry, for the Funko Pop, he had a bit more detailing for like the pants and all that, and like the color of like the Potter and like the star at the back is definitely very interesting. I might have to look into that, like which one is correct, because they both do share a different color. But I do think the subtle detailing, like the color of like his torso with like that sort of red and black pattern, is really cool. Like the sleeves, like the Hogwarts crest, whereas the Voldemort one definitely does have a bit more detailing with like the feet, because that might be really hard to do on the Lego variant. But then the Lego variant has a really awesome and pretty creepy sort of face expression for Voldemort. Out of the minifig or Funko Pop for both Harry and Voldemort, I would probably say I prefer the Funko Pop just a little more better because it does have those sort of simple and like those extra features which the Lego minifigs can't actually do. For instance, the feet for the Funko Pop, I think that's such a really awesome inclusion. Whereas the minifig one, the dress piece is definitely really cool, but I just wish there was just printing on it. And the Harry Funko Pop has some really cool detailing of like the red stripe on his like sort of pants, and then also like the rip in like his sleeve on one of his arms. I just wish maybe Lego incorporated some sort of rip sleeve on the torso, because I think that'd be a really awesome exclusive sort of torso we could get for Harry. And then Voldemort, I just wish maybe they incorporated some more printing on the dress piece in the black coloring, just to add that sort of extra layer of like he's wearing robes. As always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I would definitely love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Did you prefer the minifig variants of Harry or Voldemort, or the Funko Pop variants of Harry and Voldemort? And if you do want to see more videos like this, then please definitely tell me down in the comments below. And as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and it can easy, so goodbye!